She looked like a lost stranger with nothing left, but he had no idea that helping her would flip his entire world upside down. Because the woman he thought was just another customer was someone the whole nation had been searching for. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who loves a good story, and subscribe for more thrilling content. From which country are you watching my video, as I can see where my video is being watched? Let me know in the comments below. It was just another rainy Wednesday afternoon when Alex Grayson picked up his apron and headed into the back of the Corner Spoon, a small, cozy diner in downtown Chicago. The lunch crowd had died down, and the soft hum of jazz played on the radio as rain trickled against the glass windows. For Alex, life was a straight line. Wake up, serve food, smile at customers, collect tips, go home, repeat. He'd been working there for 2 years since dropping out of college to support his sick mother. He never complained, even if the tips weren't always great and some customers didn't bother saying thank you. Alex was the kind of guy who believed in doing the right thing, even when no one noticed. At around 3:30 p.m., when the diner was nearly empty, the bell above the door jingled softly. A woman stepped in, soaked from the rain. Her coat clung to her, and her hands trembled slightly. She didn't look like someone who belonged in this part of town. Her clothes, though wet, looked expensive. Her eyes scanned the room like she was looking for something, maybe comfort, maybe safety. Alex approached with a warm smile and a towel. "Hey, you all right? Rough weather out there." The woman smiled faintly. I think someone stole my purse. I had it when I got in the cab, but when I got out, it was gone. I don't have my phone wallet. Nothing." Alex's smile faded into concern. "Do you want me to call the police?" She shook her head quickly. "No, please. Not yet. I just need to sit down and breathe." He nodded and guided her to a booth by the window. "Take your time. I'll bring you something warm on the house." She looked up at him, genuinely surprised. "Thank you. I'm Emily Dawson." Alex didn't recognize the name. To him, she was just a soaked woman in need of help. He brought her a cup of hot tea and a bowl of chicken soup. She sipped slowly, hands still shaking. For the next hour, she remained quiet, glancing outside nervously every few minutes. Later, when the diner was nearly empty again, Alex sat across from her with a second cup of tea. "Are you sure you don't want to contact someone? Family? Friends?" Emily hesitated. "No one I trust right now. But thank you, Alex. You've been very kind." He blinked. "How do you know my name?" She smiled. "It's on your name tag." He chuckled, a little embarrassed. "Right. I keep forgetting that." Just as he was about to stand up, 2 men in black coats entered the diner. They scanned the place quickly, and when their eyes landed on Emily, she froze. Alex could feel the tension shift like a storm cloud moving in. The taller man walked over and said, "Ma'am, we've been looking everywhere for you." Emily stood slowly. "I told you I needed time." Alex glanced between them, completely lost. "What's going on?" The shorter man reached into his jacket and pulled out a badge. FBI. Alex's stomach dropped. "We need to escort Ms. Dawson immediately," the agent said firmly. Emily looked back at Alex, her eyes filled with regret. "I'm sorry for lying. My name's not really Emily Dawson. I had to disappear for a few days. And you helped me more than you'll ever know." Without another word, the agents led her out. The bell above the door jingled softly again, and she was gone. The entire diner felt hollow. Alex just stood there, still holding her empty cup. That night, he couldn't sleep. Questions bounced around his head like hail on a rooftop. Who was, she really? What was she hiding from? And why was the FBI involved? The answer came the next morning. He turned on the TV while making coffee, not expecting anything unusual. But then he froze mid-pour when he saw her face. The news anchor's voice rang through the room. "Breaking news! Billionaire heiress and tech security whistleblower Emma Callahan has been safely recovered after disappearing for 4 days. Alex's jaw nearly hit the floor. Emma Callahan, CEO of Callahan Technologies' only daughter. She had been making headlines for months after leaking confidential documents that exposed government spying programs. She had disappeared shortly after, rumored to be either kidnapped or hiding from people trying to silence her, and she had been in his diner, eating his soup, wearing a fake name and soaked coat. The news showed footage of her arriving at a secure facility with agents. Then it cut to a press conference where she spoke briefly. "When I felt like I couldn't trust anyone, a kind stranger helped me without asking questions. He reminded me there's still good in this world. If you're watching, Alex, thank you." Alex nearly dropped his mug. The camera shifted to show reporters firing questions, but she didn't answer anymore. She stepped away from the podium with grace and strength in her stride. His phone started blowing up. Friends, old schoolmates, people he hadn't talked to in years. They had seen the news too. Someone had leaked that the diner she went to was the Corner Spoon. Reporters flooded outside the next day. His manager was stunned. The diner trended on social media as the place that sheltered Emma. They even offered Alex interviews, but he declined them all. It wasn't about fame. He had helped her because she needed it. Days later, a package arrived at the diner addressed to Alex Grayson. Inside was a handwritten note. "You reminded me of humanity in a world full of secrets and shadows. Here's something to help you chase your own dreams now. Emma, aka Emily." Beneath the note was a check, a real one, for $100,000. Alex's hands trembled as he held it. A future he never imagined flashed before his eyes. His mom's treatments, going back to college, opening his own cafe. One day, all of it, possible now. He never saw Emma again in person, but every once in a while he would turn on the news and see her standing tall, testifying in court, speaking for justice, changing the world. And he'd smile, knowing he had played a tiny part in helping her when she needed it most. All because he served soup and offered warmth when no one else would. Because sometimes the smallest act of kindness changes the fate of 2 lives. One who had power to change the world, and one who reminded her why it was worth saving.